Anderson Silva and Chael Sonnen boxed to a draw last night in Brazil. Afterwards, Chael had some harsh words for Jorge Masvidal. Today, Chael posted this to X. He wrote, "Happy Father's Day. As much as I love kids, sometimes they need more discipline, which is why I can't wait to spank Jorge Masvidal." He followed up with, "They say punching power is God-given. This explains why Masvidal is an atheist." After 8 years, Rafael Dos Anjos fired back at Conor McGregor, telling him to take ibuprofen for his injury that pulled him out of their fight. Upon hearing Conor pulled out of UFC 303, RDA posted this to X. He wrote, "It's just a bruise. Take some ibuprofen."
I was expecting it, you know. I looked at the picture Dos Anjos put up, and it's a bruise. I mean, I heard ice works wonders. What do you want me to say? Like I said, Dos Anjos has a bruise on his foot. Did you see it? It's a bruise. Ice. Ibuprofen. If I jumped under an X-ray, the doctor slapped me and say, "What are you doing, kid? Get out of here. Stop this."
Ariel Helwani went off on Michael Bisping. Bisping had harsh words for Ariel in regards to his reporting on Conor McGregor being out of UFC 303. Ariel fired back and called Bisping a bootlicker to the UFC.
Ariel Helwani's out there. A lot of the time he's posting and tweeting like he's an expert on everything, but he knows nothing. He's putting feelers out there because that's what he wants to do. That's his badge of honor. He likes to break news. If I hear of a situation, I'm not doing investigative journalism, trying to find out, like my life depends on it, and I will risk everything so I can be the one to break it, because who gives a f, and it's none of your business. What will be. Stay out of it, you prick.
Michael Bisping, who I see him talking about me with such vitriol, with such animosity, with such hatred, where he's talking about like, it's none of my business. And I'm dying to know, and I'm dying to be first. Well, hopefully the video that I posted of me walking outside at 2:30 would refute that, dying to be first. The idea that it's none of my business, it's quite literally my business to be reporting and be in the know. That's journalism. And he says like, I'm not trying to be some investigative journalist. Yeah, I know you're not trying to be some investigative journalist. You're a slap fighting commentator. You're a bootlicker. You're a former bad boy who became a bootlicker who wants to stay in good standing and has realized, like the likes of Ali Abdelaziz, that it's better for you and your career in your pocket, and more power to you to be on Dana's good side. So if he could see these clips, he'll be like, good on you, Mike. And so you have chosen to pick a fight with me or to discredit me in order to curry favor with your boss who gives you a few quid to commentate and be excited about slap fighting. To me, it's shameful, it's embarrassing, and that's why I refer to him as bootlicker Bisping now. And he can say whatever the f he wants about me.
Cris Cyborg scored a knockout in her boxing match last night.
Hey, right away, Chris, look at me. Look at me, Chris. Chris! Right away, no break.
Anthony Smith explains why he stepped in on 2 weeks' notice to face Carlos Ulberg at UFC 303. Jamal Hill was originally supposed to fight Ulberg, but he had to pull out due to injury. On the Good Guy, Bad Guy podcast, Smith said, "I really didn't have a reason to say no. I've been living this whole one fight at a time thing, trying not to look too far ahead, not focusing on the title. And so I just put this fight into a box, and I didn't have a reason to say no. I was in camp with Jamal. He was here in Omaha with me. I've been training really hard. I felt ready. I was already trying to get a fight in September. It was leaning towards Dominic Reyes possibly, so I was already in that mindset. Jamal was here, he was injured, he went back to Vegas and got some imaging done and was hurt, and I think I was just the natural progression. I was in camp with him, I was in shape, I've already been thinking about Ulberg trying to help Jamal. I think it was just a natural call that they would make, and I just didn't really have a reason to say no." On the fight with Ulberg, Smith continued, "I don't know that I see a guy that could compete with me in a full mixed martial arts fight. I see him in competitions with people that somewhat favor him a little bit. It's high-level strikers he's been in there with, a lot of hard hitters, but not many guys that are going to mix it up a whole bunch. No one is grappling his neck and hanging on him, pushing him up against the fence and banging knees into his body. I don't think he's fought a super high-level mixed martial artist that can fight him anywhere. If you let him get to his spot though, and let him feel comfortable. I think he's good. I think he's really good when he's in the spot that he wants to be. If he has a hole, I'll find it, and I'll drive a truck through it." Brett Okamoto does not believe Conor McGregor will ever fight again. Brett explains to Daniel Cormier that he believes that Michael Chandler should rematch Justin Gaethje.
If he goes back to his life, nobody will.
Which, by the way, if I was Conor McGregor, that's probably what I would be doing. I'd be on a freaking yacht. I would not be in a gym training for a fight against a killer like Michael Chandler, okay? So I'm not holding anything against him. I just don't think he ever fights again. So what does that mean for Michael Chandler? I personally think if you're looking at the division, and if you're an exec at the UFC,
Gamrot.
you have Michael Chandler fight Justin Gaethje again. They're both coming off of a loss. That fight was a good fight. It was 3 years ago, and Islam Makhachev has said that he wants exciting fights. He doesn't want rematches. He has never fought Justin Gaethje. He has never fought Michael Chandler. So from a hierarchy standpoint, yes, Gamrot deserves a fight. But from a promotion standpoint, Gaethje, Chandler, you have them fight. You promote them as a #1 contender. I think that's what they do.
That's smart, you know. You're that smart. Yeah, that's got a smart guy right there.
Kamaru Usman and Henry Cejudo speculate the severity of Conor McGregor's injury that took him out of UFC 303.
But the fact that Conor McGregor has to pull out, that's actually a really good sign. He's probably killing a little bit of his ego, and now he's taking it a lot more serious than ever. He's at that point where I want to make sure that I'm 100%.
There's no such thing as 100%. As fighters, we always go in there with bumps and bruises. If you can get in there at closer to 80, almost any fighter is going to be happy with something like that. You're right. It's something that's significant enough for Conor McGregor to say, you know what? I want to put out the best possible product out there. On the flip side, Michael Chandler now once again is sitting twiddling his thumbs. There's a lot of things that go into a fight like this. There's a lot of preparation, and it seems like it just continues to be pulled away. It's like dangling a carrot in front of him. It sucks, but good on Conor for being able to say, you know what? I'm not prepared enough to go in there.
Jorge Masvidal had some harsh words for Herb Dean. Jorge made an appearance on George Janko's podcast and was asked if he thought that Colby Covington poked him in the eye on purpose. Jorge responded, "Oh, the eye poke, 100%. And it was a good f***ing eye poke, because after the fight I was f***ing seeing double vision. It's just like, you know, Herb Dean and me have never f***ing gotten along. And I think he's also like one of the worst referees that's ever existed. He has too many mistakes at a high level. Great person outside of that. I think he's a great person outside of refereeing. But in refereeing, it's just been like me that he's always had these weird calls. That was a seriously good eye poke. I should have had a little bit of time to recoup. Not f***ing let this guy hug his arms after he just eye poked and then went for a bear hug." Yesterday, Conor McGregor released a statement in regards to pulling out of UFC 303. Conor said that he got injured prior to the press conference, and he's in good spirits and confident that he'll be back. Michael Chandler responded to Conor. He wrote, "No hard feelings. Heal up. My heart is full. See you soon." And that's going to wrap it up for the news. Thanks for watching. For daily MMA news and content, subscribe to Full Mount MMA and click the bell icon to be notified when we post videos. Here are the 3 top comments from last video. The first one says, "I'm just tired of Conor McGregor." The second one's from Mock Son number 16. It says, "The dubbed over Alex Bejeda clip caught me off guard so bad." And the final one's from J Dubs. It says, "Alex to his team. I'm stepping in for Conor. His team. This is great news. We will smash Michael Chandler." Those were the 3 top comments from last video. If you want to be featured in the next one, all you have to do is comment down below. And if you missed yesterday's news, click the video on screen right now to get caught up.